Hello everyone, and welcome back to Yoshi's Woolly World on the Nintendo Wii U. I am one Welsh sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go to the next level of the game, which involves lots of cloud-based platforming, lots of jumping in the fluffy marshmallowy goodness that is the sky. Oh my. It's so adorable, what can I say? Anyway, these clouds work quite interestingly. If you stand on the clouds, you will slowly fall through them, unless you continuously jump. They work kind of like quicksand in most video games, you know, ladies and gentlemen, so get used to using these things, and you should be able to get through just fine. And we also have introduced to a brand new enemy type, the seagulls. I hate these things, they are awful. Just because they're very tricky to maneuver on. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the seagull enemies, but what you can do with the seagull enemies is land on them and use them as platforms. And if you land on them if you land on them in just the wrong way, then you die. But if you land on them the right way, then you'll be able to stand on them and they will lift you up higher and higher up into the sky, which will allow you to, well, it'll allow you to progress further and collect many a collectible along your way. What can I say? And I don't know, I like this stage, you know, it's a pretty neat one. Pretty different, if I do say so myself, because there's a lot, basically the stage is it's just a massive bottomless pit, and you just have to rely on these things in order to get on by. So there's that. Oh my god, double rainbow all the way across the sky. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So intense. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Why, oh my god, look at that rainbow. Sorry, I love this song. But yeah, a lot of this level is based around those rainbows that will spawn in occasionally. So we do need to make use of these rainbows, you know, to the platform, and I like them. Why? Because they're rainbows. Who doesn't like rainbows? If you don't like rainbows, then, well, you must be a supervillain or something, because rainbows are adorable. I love rainbows. They're so pretty. But there's not really much to talk about with this stage in particular. There's no real major challenges to make note of apart from the clouds. You know, there's no real issue. There's nothing really to worry about too much, you know, folks. So, it's not the most interesting stage in the world. It is a good fun stage, though. I do like it. It's just, I don't know. The gimmick just doesn't feel too powerful, too strong. But anyway, we do need to quickly click. We need to be quick. Jesus Christ. Whenever we collect an exclamation mark, because obviously when we reach the end of this, a happy flower will pop on up. That one's actually a surprisingly strict time limit, so it's more than likely that you'll, well, you may not screw it up, but it's more than likely to screw that up compared to the other ones of those. I don't know, it gives you just enough time to collect everything. I do feel with that particular time sequence, it drives me mad. But this next particular sequence, everyone, well, loads of people know that I'm a big fan of variety in games, right? Well, now we are playing Yoshi, which means it's time for our obligatory shoot 'em up sequence, which basically means we need to go up, down, left, right, all around while mashing the B button like an absolute madman in order to kill each of these enemies. Every time you kill an enemy, they will drop an absolute ton of beads for you to pick up. And I love this sequence, you know. I could easily chuck Highway to the Danger Zone on and it wouldn't be out of place here. I love this sequence, it's so good. I'm not putting Highway to the Danger Zone on in the background because copyright reasons, but oh, it's so good. You know what's great? I'll sing it for you. Highway to the Danger Zone. I'm gonna take you right into the Danger Zone. I swear that's the last time I'm gonna sing. Yeah, I like that little sequence. I really was impressed when I first came up to that sequence when I first played the game. I was just sitting there like, oh my god, Gradius sequence, oh my god, yes! Because I do love my spaceship shooters, you know, folks. I do love my R-Type, my Gradius, my, Raiden Trad, Hellfire, all those sort of games. It took me a while to remember the names of some of them now. They are good games. They're always good games. Never expect me to LP a spaceship shooter though. I might like them. Doesn't mean I'm good at them. Oh god, doesn't mean I'm not good at that. Anyway, when you saw that cloud pop up right above there, that was the primary reason why I'm so glad the power badge that lets you know where hidden things exist, because good luck finding that cloud if you don't have that power badge, ladies and gentlemen. It is so difficult to find that cloud because it's just so high up in the sky, and unless you're literally hovering after every single enemy you boop on, you're not likely to hit it, and it's kind of frustrating, to be perfectly frank. But you do need to hit that cloud in order to access this room, where you need to collect all the beads, which will cause the happy flower to appear. Yes. And basically every one of these rooms that have wall pipes, if there is no happy flower in the room, still collect everything in the room, because if you collect every bead, a happy flower, there's a high chance will spawn, or maybe not even a happy flower, sometimes something else will spawn, like one of those wool beads. I couldn't think of the word then, my brain just shut off, So yeah, just keep collecting stuff, that's all I can tell you, that's the best bit of advice I can give anybody playing this game. And oh my god, the rainbow's chasing me! There we go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, there's the first stage done and dusted in this part. I do like that stage. There's not much to talk about during the course of the stage, because let's face it, it's clouds and rainbows, that's literally the entire stage. But I enjoy it. It's a pretty entertaining stage. Although I do wish there was a bit more music variety in some of these stages. Like, there's usually... So far, I think there's like 4 to 5 tracks I've heard throughout the course of this game. Like, the main overworld theme and a bunch of other themes. The main overworld theme of this game, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of. It sounds way too cutesy and low energy for me. It's just... I don't like the overworld theme, which is a shame because every other bit of soundtrack in this game I've heard, I love, but the main theme song, not so much. I mean, it sounds really simplistic and bland, like da 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 da. Woo, I guess. But anyways, time for the boss of this world, and oh my god, this is a colorful Yoshi. The colors feel so bright. This Yoshi's amazing. I love the way this one looks. But it's time to start going into the coop to take down a chicken. Miss Cluck, the Insincere, to be precise. And I do love this boss fight that's coming up, I really do. But this stage in particular is quite an interesting one, purely because we got a brand new gimmick again. These are woolen bills. Woolen bills work a lot like bullet bills in the Mario universe. The exception is they will leave a dust cloud behind them. All you need to do, jump on the dust cloud, and it basically acts like a... It acts like clouds, so jump on the cloud and you can use it as a platform in order to move on to certain areas, like this particular area by here. And we're going to be making quite a lot of use of these woolen bills throughout the course of this playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm not actually sure about the playthrough. I meant to say throughout the course of this part, because this stage and the next level that's coming up will make use of these things. And they're not a big deal in this stage, you just need to make sure that you don't destroy them by accident, which will cause... It will cause you to have to wait for the next one to come along. It's no big deal. In the next stage, it's going to be quite tricky to deal with these, because it's... well, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to leave the next stage a bit of a surprise, folks, because it's going to be... The next stage is actually really challenging, I will be perfectly honest. Which seems to be the running theme with all the special stages being hard and all the normal stages being easy, so... But anyway, before we move on, go to the left here, no, not the right, and we'll have access to another happy flower. It's a very easy one to miss, but if you pay attention to the fact that the foreground looks a little bit more three-dimensional than normal, you'll notice, oh, I can go behind you, so... Yeah, just be a bit careful. And these new enemy types by here, these are... They remind me of German dolls, actually. They're like basically giant chicken heads. Jump on the chicken head a couple of times until they explode. And we can even use these chicken heads in terms of helping us to get through certain platforming challenges later down the line, which is really recommended. And for this chicken head, just sort of blocking the wall, just sort of lure them down here and ta-ta! I say, you young kids and your portable platforming. Anyway, as you can also guess by here, it's actually very easy to work out where a lot of the hidden stuff in the stage is, purely because the foreground will cover stuff. which basically is it basically screams at you, "Look here, stupid, hidden area." Like there, where the clock heads are in the foreground, all I needed to do was ground pound a very certain point, and I would be able to gain a collectible, you know, folks. And that's all she wrote. That's the main thing about this stage. Of course, you don't want to destroy this room entirely. You know, these... What is that? Is that sponge? Well, you don't destroy the sponge platforms entirely, but because we do need to use it in order to gain access to this higher up area back here to gain hold of the happy flower, you know, folks. Although I do recommend killing this chicken because he's annoying. Oh, by the way, needless to say, whenever you're on spongy ground, don't ground pound. For the love of God, do not ground pound. You will go through, and you will die. Just a word to the wise there, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like I've actually done it by accident myself or anything. No, that would be too stupid. I wouldn't have been that stupid, would I? Yeah. Needless to say, I was that stupid, but, you know. Anyway, there's two ways that you can gain access to this wall. First way is the wrong way, which is the way I'm currently doing it. Where I'm trying to jump off the top of the head of this thing. It's possible. I don't recommend doing things this way though, because it takes ages and you can get hurt. What you're meant to do is basically do what I just did there and just leave enough room for you to be able to jump on in order to get the wall. Again, that's actually probably the... yeah, I'd say that's the hardest piece of wall to get in this entire stage. It's so tricky, it's so finicky to get hold of, you know, folks. So, yeah, there's that. But anyway, now we're on the last stretch, which means we are almost done with the first world castle, and this isometric, well, it's not really isometric, but this sort of spherical background really messes with my eyes. I don't know, it's probably because the entire game from this point has been a strict 2D with 3D graphics. But now we're warping around the side of a cylinder, and it just, I don't know, it just feels really weird when I'm playing it and looking at it. Just, it's like the graphics suddenly changed a little bit, I don't know. It just feels jarring. Anyway, what we need to do by here is just follow the woolen bill all the way up to the tippity top of the tower. Once we reach the tippity top of the tower, then we have the boss fight. But before we take on the boss, bloody chickens. Before we take on the boss, we need to go in here for this obvious, really obvious piece of wall. And with that, we've gotten every collectible in the stage. And also, needless to say, do not destroy these woolen builds, because otherwise you'll need to wait for a brand new one to spawn in from the left of the screen, which is kind of annoying, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, Yoshi, Yoshi? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Oh, bye! Sorry. I don't know what came over me. I have a lot, I don't know, I feel like singing. Because you can dance if you want to. Or you can leave your friends behind. Anyway.
Are you still trying to get him away? How rude! Hey, Miss Gluck, get over here. Hey, watch where you're going.
I would never be a voice actor. The emotion, when I'm voice acting in this, I just have the same level of emotion as Knuckles in Sonic Adventure 1. Oh no. Anyway, time to fight Miss Cluck here. All we need to do with Miss Cluck is eat away the knotted part of the body while she's trying to attack us. Dodge the attacks, and whenever there's an opening, just attack her. After every hit, she will do this whirlwind attack, which will try and blow you either off the arena or towards... Well, actually, it'll just blow you off the arena, either towards or away from her, and there will be eggs that she will shoot at you. Jump over the eggs and just try not to get hit. It's easy enough. Whenever she's straight above you, it's the easiest point in order to take on her health. But if you can also hit her when she's from the sides as well, like I just did there. Whenever you have unveiled her weak point, ground pound her, and Bob is your uncle. If you fail to get to her weak point quickly enough, she will start doing a charge attack on you, which unfortunately I don't get a show off in this boss fight by here because I actually defeat her before she's able to pull it off. But she will do a charge attack that's easy enough to dodge. You either jump over it or you duck underneath it. Very easy boss fight, but I love the soundtrack of this boss battle. Oh my god, this music's amazing. But a couple of hits later, Miss Cluck is done and dusted. We are the victory yet again. What is Yoshi saying when he does that noise? I've always wondered this since I was a kid, because back in Yoshi's story and stuff, which I think is the first game, gave Yoshi a proper voice, full blown, with side clips, with the exception of the noise they made in Yoshi's Island. What is that thing he says? He just goes, weeaboo! What, is he calling an enemy a weeaboo or something? Weeaboo! Oh, Christ. Either way, with that we get a chicken Yoshi, Miss Cluck the Yoshi, which is probably one of my favourite Yoshi designs, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. And we have access to the secret level of this world, the Woolen Bill level. Which is as annoying and as difficult as you will expect it to be, ladies and gentlemen. I swear to Christ, the Woolen Bill stage. Oh my goodness gracious me. It is a time. It is a glorious thing to behold. I'm lying, by the way. I can't stand. Well, it's a lie. I do love this level. I really love this level, but I can't stand how much of a difficulty spike it is. It's insane how difficult this stage can be. And of course, as you can tell, we got a new badge as well, which allows us to grab items with Yoshi's tongue. I won't be using that because there is no way as useful as the hidden powers that I like using. So yeah. But of course, this uses the same special stage music. I think all special stages in this game have the same soundtrack. Don't quote me on that, but I'm assuming. But throughout the course of this special stage, we have this Woolen Bill we need to stand on. We need to stand on this cloud. And the problem with this one is, if we fail, if we lose the Woolen Bill, we're screwed. Like now, see this? I can't beat the stage. I need to die. So yeah, you need the Woolen Bill in order to get through the stage. You need the Woolen Bill to not die. And the speed of this level picks up dramatically almost as soon as you land on the Woolen Bill. And it makes it really, not obnoxious, but it makes it really difficult to do platforming. Especially considering this is a one-time level. You can't go back, it's auto-scroll. So if you want to collect all of the items, all the power-ups in this stage, you need to do it in one loop. You need to jump on the bill and jump off the enemies at the right angle. You need to pinpoint precise in order to collect everything, folks. Which means it can be quite tricky if you're playing this for the first time. But after a couple of attempts, you'll memorize the level just fine and you should be able to get through it without much of an issue. This stage is more of an issue of memorization than anything else. Once you memorize where all the challenges are, you'll be able to get through just fine. That's the main big thing. And I'm so thankful that enemy didn't destroy the bill there, because that's quite annoying. Like I said, if you lose a bullet bill, you might as well kill yourself. You're useless, you can't do anything. So just kill yourself if you lose the bill. I know I'm not talking about that one TV show or the thing you need to pay to the government, no. Or mobile phone companies, or wherever you got bills from. But I digress. Anyway. Just wait for the thingy. There we go, there we go. See, there's lots of pinpoint precise things. There's lots of areas where you can easily screw up. Like right by here, I almost failed the level immediately there just by messing that up. And we got these new enemy types as well that pop up from the bottom and top of the screens. I have no idea what these things are called. But whenever you see them, just throw an egg at them. Throw a yarn ball at them and it will send them down into the ground. Which will give you, it'll give you a chance in order to catch up to the bill and whatnot. There's so many close calls in this level you wouldn't believe, folks, you know, it's really challenging, what can I say? And also, when we get to this point, we need to jump on this in order to jump into the wall platform. By the way, if you get caught behind that wall, you're going to die. So, don't stay behind that bill. Jump off the bill, grab the item, jump on the wall bill, and you should be perfectly fine. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, now we have access to yet another bonus game in which that I'm not showing off because I've already completed it previously. You know, it's really annoying whenever you get bonus games though, and you end up doing a bonus game that you've already done before. You know, give me a new one. They should go through like a list, like has player done this bonus game, move down in the list. I think they should have done that as opposed to randomizing the bonus games you get. Assuming they are random, they might be set by levels. But anyway, now we've gotten access to the GameCube Yoshi, ladies and gentlemen. Which means we got another console Yoshi to deal with. Which might make you wonder, what Yoshi is next on the agenda? What major console Yoshi will we be picking up next time? Well, folks, I think I know. Do you? I don't actually know, honestly, but anyway, with that is it for this part. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people, and I'll catch you all next time when we take on World 4 of the game. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish. I'll see you all then. Bye!